Good morning. Well, this morning, I'd like to talk to you about something that we don't see much anymore or hear much. For many years, I've taken prescriptions and for high blood pressure, heart failure, high cholesterol, diabetes. And I'm sure that you've probably taken some medications also. And each prescription that was given to me had an instruction as to how to take the medicine, how often to take it, whether on an empty stomach or with food. Some medications that it gives a warning as to the danger that exists if you take it with other medications or illnesses. Some even go as far as telling me that this little pill could kill me. And normally you'll see little skull and crossbones. Throughout the years, I've taken communion and with different churches, different denominations, and it seems like that taking communion anymore is just a ritual, something that we have to do. So let's get it over with and get it done. And so what they normally do, a pastor or the head deacon, he'll get up and read 1 Corinthians 11:23. And 23 down through 28. And everybody takes the cup. Well, before they take the cup, they search their hearts, and which is good. That's what we're supposed to do, because you see, if we read a little bit further, verses 29 through 34, which I don't hear anymore from a pastor or a deacon, it gives the warning. The warning. Are you familiar with the warning on communion? Let me read this to you. Starting at verse 29 of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 29, "For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily, eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body. For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep or die. For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. Wherefore, my brethren, when ye come together to eat, tarry one for another." That means don't get in a hurry. "And if any man hungers, let him eat at home, that ye come not together unto condemnation, and the rest will I set in order when I come." Have you heard those scriptures? Back when I was younger, I'd hear them at every Lord's Supper or communion service. But it seems that for some reason, and I can't explain it, I don't know why, that most preachers or pastors or deacons, they never give the warning. Now, yes, there is, "Let every man examine himself," verse 28, before he drinks or eats. But why don't we go ahead and tell everyone the possibilities of what could happen if we don't judge ourselves, if we don't come to the Lord's table, if you will, with a clean heart. Why? Well, a lot of communion's either the very first part of the service and the preacher wants to preach, or the very last part and the preacher wants to go eat. That's the only thing I can come up with. But you see, it's very, very necessary, I believe, to also give the precautions when taking communion. Now, I know there's a lot of preachers out there that are probably going to unfriend me, but it's in the Word. And whether they like it or not, I'm sorry. This is biblical. And we need to place that warning. We need to forewarn our people. Don't allow peer pressure to influence you to partake of the cup and partake of the bread unworthily. Don't do it. Don't allow peer pressure, folks, to do that. We need to search our heart. We need to forgive others. If we have aught against someone, go to them right then before you take that cup, before you take the bread. Go to them. Forgive them so that you can partake of the Lord's Supper service with a clean heart and a clean conscience. Well, I love you, and Jesus loved you, and that's the one that counts. And we'll be seeing you soon. Bye-bye.